Welcome. We've designed this tutorial for our clients who had us install the WordPress interface on their site and decided to share it with our friends. So if you're getting started using WordPress, I'm going to show you how to add a new post or add new content to your site. For security reasons, I've already logged into my company blog, and when you log in using the link provided you'll be taken to the area of the WordPress called the dashboard. The dashboard is simply an overview of the WordPress interface, and you can navigate to various other parts and settings from here. When you add a blog post, you click the link Add New from the Post sections on the left navigation. I purposely closed this section so you can see how to find the link if it's not visible for you. From the Post section, right there, I click the down arrow, which then expands the entire section and provides me with the options available here. Now you can clearly see the Add New link. When I click this link, I'm taken to another part of WordPress that allows me to add a new post. This section is really all about filling in the blanks as you're about to see. The uppermost section is where the title of your post is entered. Remember to make it something compelling so that your visitors will want to read the post and find out more. The next section is where you put the content, the meat of the post. You can always add images and videos and other content, but for now I'm going to show you how to add an image since that's the most requested how-to we receive. First I'm going to add my title here, and this is about WordPress tutorial. Okay, now I have my title. Now I'm going to add my content, and I'm going to add a image at the beginning of my post and have the content start after the opening picture. To do this, click on the first icon next to the upload or insert. Upload insert. This icon is not so obvious. It's supposed to look like a picture, but as you can see, if I mouse over it, it says add an image. And as a side note, this is a tooltip, and tooltips are found repeatedly in WordPress. So if you're ever in doubt, just hold your mouse over the toolbar for a few seconds, like that, and you will see the tooltip. So the tooltip will appear. Okay, now we're going to add the image. So we click Add an Image, and you see that I receive a pop-up menu that will allow me to choose my image from my computer and upload it. So I'm going to click Select Files, and I'm going to take my computer question image here and select it and click Open. Now I see that WordPress has uploaded the image and displays a new screen where we can make changes and add search engine friendly descriptions. Now it took the title, you'll notice it took the title of my file name and posted it in the title here. I can add alternate text here, and what this does is for people who have turned off their graphics in their browser, or in the case of screen readers for the visually impaired, this text will replace the graphic that's there. So I always try to make this friendly for the visually impaired screen readers, so I put in computer question graphic, so that when the screen reader reads this to people who are visually impaired, they will see that that would have been a graphic. In here, under the caption, if you want to put in a caption to say something about the image, you can do so. Like click here to see larger image, or I'm going to just put computer to WordPress tutorial. Let's do tutorial. And now in the description here, we would like to put in something that would be search engine friendly, hopefully using some of your keywords. So I'm going to use computer and WordPress help because that's what the tutorial of the post is about. So I'm going to put computer and WordPress help graphic. There we go. Now, if you're using a very large graphic, you may notice that this section here with the link URL is already filled in. WordPress does this to link the graphic to the larger size one, so when the readers click the image, they can see the full size graphic if they choose to. this one isn't appearing there because you'll see it's using the full size of the graphic, which is only 200 by 194. However, I can make it link to that graphic by clicking here, File URL, and that links to the actual content where it's located on my server so that they could click it and see the image itself. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as none because I don't want it to link to anything. Now, the alignment here is determines where in the post the graphic appears. I can put this image to the left of my post, to the right of my post, or centered at the top of my post. If I choose none, it will insert the image at the point I'm at within the post itself. So if I've written a few paragraphs and insert the graphic with no alignment, WordPress will throw it in wherever I left off writing. I'm going to select the right alignment so that you can see how this looks in a finished post. Now I'm finished with this part of the image insertion, and I click Insert into Post, and now I can see my graphic. And there it is on the right-hand side, and see, there's my caption within the image itself. And notice my cursor is flashing up here, which is where I'm going to insert my content. Okay, however, there's a problem with this image. I like to keep spacing between my images and my post. So I'm going to make a quick edit here. And when I click on this graphic, you see here on the top, there's two icons that appear. One is the picture of an image, and one is like a no image or delete image. So I'm going to click on the edit the image. And now I get a little bit of a different kind of pop-up. I can adjust the size of the image, make it smaller or larger, and you can see as I'm mousing over this size percentage, it gets larger and smaller. But what I want to do is I want to add spacing, so I'm going to go to the advanced settings. I'm not going to have time to cover everything here. It's probably another tutorial. But for our purposes, when I click on here, I'm going to have no border, so 0 for my no border. And I'm going to add 5 pixels of vertical space and 5 pixels of horizontal space. Now watch it shift. Did you see the content shift here? When I change that, see, there it goes. Now the vertical space is a little too close, so I'm going to change that to 10. Now watch that image up there when I do this, and 10. So it's got some space in it, and it's moved a little off of the right. Now I can start writing my post. Many of us write posts in Word and then copy and paste them to the WordPress interface. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but there is an additional step you have to take when you do. Otherwise, you're going to get extremely odd characters or question marks throughout your post. If you write your post in Word, be sure to click the Paste from Word icon, which is right here. Paste from Word. And what this does is when you paste from Word, it pastes the content and removes all the formatting and extra coding that Microsoft Word puts in, so that you're only getting the pure content. I have written a sample page to use in this demonstration to show you how it's done. I go to my document, and I can select all of this there, or Control-C to copy it, or I can go up here and use the copy icon and copy what I just highlighted. Now I go back to here, and I go ahead and I paste from Word, and I can right mouse click and paste, or I can do what they recommend, which is Control and V from my computer keyboard, and insert into post. Now notice that my spacing is somewhat off, so I have to do some adjustment here, and oops, a little bit too much adjustment. Adding a picture. Did I delete something there? No, I didn't. I just added some more space. Okay, I am having some problems here, and I'm glad this happened because it's actually showing you the difficulties you may go through. But there's too much spacing here, and I can't delete it without starting to delete these or making them move up to a new line. So what I'm going to do is go into the HTML. There's visual, which is what we're saying, which is a WYSIWYG, What you see is what you get. I'm going to go into the HTML, and I can remove these spaces in the HTML that I can't do in the visual because of the formatting in the blog to make these lines look the way they do. So there we go. Okay. There. Now I've got them all in one because these are going to be bullet points. So now I go back to the visual, and now I have the spacing I want for there. And I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. So now it looks the way I want it to. But I just noticed I don't have, like I said, the bullet points. So to create bullet points, I highlight the ones that I want to be a bullet point. And then I click the bulleted list, or unordered list it's called, and that's a bulleted list. This one is the numbered list. Ordered list is numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to click the unordered list, which is the bullet points. That's cooperating really well for me, isn't it? Okay. There we go. Now we're getting it. I'm having to do this all over again. But these are things you run into, and I'm glad it's happening to me so I can show you how to do it. What I'm doing is I'm backspacing on my keyboard. I'm using the backspace that brings it up to the next line, and then I'm hitting enter. And that actually creates the little posts there, the little bullet points. Okay, so that's done. Now I can look at everything and see if I need to adjust any more spacing, any other content that needs fixing. And I just noticed that I also do not have my link to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to add a link. So we're going to highlight the text that I want by clicking my mouse, holding my left mouse button down and highlighting it. And see, here is a little link button, insert edit link. I click the insert link and it gives me the http / and it's youtube.com technical tidbits. And the title is Technical Tidbits YouTube channel. Okay, and there we go. We add the link, and you notice that this changes color to indicate that it's a link. My post is complete, but we're not done yet. We have to